Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is my very first episode of my free show series. This episode is the Unbound Sage, where I deliver out a message to the winners, whoever shared, commented, subscribed my promos. They are going to get a message from the universe, maybe their higher mind, something they're not listening to, my psychic ability, maybe their loved ones in spirit. We don't know where it's going to come from, and I don't know what it's going to be about. What I have done is chosen the most potent message for that individual to hear at this time. So it's whatever you need to hear. Now, I want to invite you guys to subscribe. And once you subscribe, you can comment below whatever personal question you have about your own life. And that has the opportunity to be chosen for the upcoming show, April 6th. That is going to be episode number 2. And that is one of my Ask Ivy shows. So in my Ask Ivy show, I'm going to be taking your personal question and giving you a psychic mediumship reading on that. All right. So go ahead and do that. Again, whoever has subscribed and dropped their question in the comment section may be chosen for that next show. That's going to air at noon Eastern. That's Sunday, April 6th. Okay, let's go right ahead and get into this. So if I didn't already say so, I'm Ivy Rivera. I'm a psychic medium, a Taino Arawak. And the messages that you guys need to hear today, let's find out. Malakan Shin 9330. Sorry, I may have massacred that. Okay, so it's Malakan Shin 9330. What am I getting for you? I feel like this is a really important time for you to let go of things that haven't been working for you, especially the last 3 weeks. You've been feeling like you need to shed, you need to release, you need to set yourself free. And you've been feeling bogged down and chained, and it's possibly even causing, and I can't prescribe a diagnosis, but it's possibly causing for you to feel even depressive, just a general low level energy. And like life is just not really enjoyable. Okay. And you really don't need to be stuck in that type of energy at a time like this when you have opportunities coming to you. And there are so many suggestions about what you could do next, what you should do next. Part of what you need to get out of, though, is a bunch of routines that you have habitually gotten caught up in regards to the way you don't speak your truth. You don't stand up for yourself. You don't address relationships, situations, contracts, work-wise, personally, romantically. You just don't address things. So when things in your life are out of balance and there's no reciprocity, or you're not getting paid out what you should, or you're bringing a lot to the table and the other person's like dead weight, you have a tendency to be like, well, it's family, I guess I should tolerate it. Or that red flag is really just pink. Or, well, hopefully I'll get that promotion, even though I was supposed to get it now and I just didn't. And I just got, bypassed. It's the end of that road. Okay. So no more tolerance on those situations. Everyone you're involved with knows exactly what they're doing. And they're doing for themselves. That's what they're doing. Okay. So you don't have to necessarily cut them out completely, but you at least have to put them where they belong. All right. So it's time for you to clear your throat chakra. And that's part of the reason you've been feeling so heavy the last few weeks is because you're not really doing that work. Let's move on to the next one. EJ8383. Again, EJ8383. What am I getting for you? You have a grandmother who comes in here who tries to wrap you in a hug, but you seem very unwilling to receive it. You have an attitude in life of like, well, I'm the captain of my own ship. True. That's fair. If I don't handle things, it'll probably just get done wrong. So I may as well take it all on. Okay. I even get that, but it's also like, I am the only one who can do things in my life. And even when I need help, or I really just even want help, I don't know how to receive it. I don't know how to ask for it. And I don't know how to live in, what's it called? Soft girl era or whatever. You don't seem to know how to relax. And I think what's going on here with your grandmother coming through As she's talking about, she would have been a little bit more plump, and she would have had darker hair, and it would have gone, quite gray, but I don't think she was coloring it. And she's kind of, bigger arms, a little bit of weight on her arms through here. But it's like, she just wants you to sit still. She just wants you to get comfortable in the discomfort and to take a deep breath and to admit that you can't do it all. You're not God. You're not the universe. You are you, and you are supposed to do what you came here to do. So as long as you are dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and you're checking things off your to-do list, and you're doing the best job that you can, and you're holding yourself accountable for the part you're meant to do, you have to trust and know that the universe comes in to do the rest of it. Okay. So on any major task you're taking on in life, in any major transition, in any healing that you're going through, including shadow work and transmutation, even the bigger stuff, you don't do it all. You do your part, and then the universe does their part. Okay. And she's trying to come in and to help you to understand you have a lot more support than what you realize. She loves you very much. Moving on to the next one. This is Jennifer Pizant, 7835. Again, it's Jennifer Pizant, 7835. Jennifer, what do I have for you? First of all, you just got behind the wheel of the car. Now, this is a fantastic symbol, because anytime we see a vehicle, I want to see you behind the wheel. Okay. Not on the passenger side, not in the sidecar, not in the back seat, not on the side of the vehicle. These are all signs of broken down power, broken down thinking, and probably trash circumstances that you're having to sort through from that lack of power or self-empowerment. The idea of you being behind the wheel, the fact that you just took this wheel, means you're coming out of all that. Okay, so anything to the left is the past. That is behind you. Now, don't look in your rear view mirror. What's that story, that biblical story, Sodom and Gomorrah? I keep hearing Sodom and Gomorrah, and there's Jerry Garcia did a song on this, The Grateful Dead. It was like, don't look behind you, ashes, ashes, right? So like everything turned to ash behind them. You can't look back. Life is forward or nothing, okay? And once you've learned all the lessons, Esmeralda Marie Rivera, everybody, my healer girl and my ham bone. Say hi, Ezzy. Okay, so when you have learned the lessons, you've wrung all the truths out of this thing that you can, you're ready to move forward. That's what it's time to do. And I think that the idea of you moving at the speed with which I see you moving in this vehicle can also signify that you're kind of leaving a lot of people and situations in your dust. And it's like burn rubber, eat my dust, and you're on to the next. This could involve even you leading into something like a relocation. This could be you working in a brand new atmosphere, but it could also be residential upgrades to the residency, real estate, investment, land, anything in that vein. So a brand new life for yourself. This is really, really the epitome of out with the old and in with the new, but in the best possible scenario, okay? Because you are behind the wheel of that car. And this would fit for dream analysis too. Whenever we have a dream that we're in a car, it's very rarely that we get to be behind the wheel, or that the vehicle is working. It's always some kind of chaos. And that's what it means, is that you have been disempowered, but now you're in the driver's seat. All right, we are going to move on. Also, I forgot to say thank you to everyone who won a free reading. Okay, thank you so much. So you guys tuning in, you can win for the next show. Follow the directions in the description. You have to subscribe and drop whatever your question is for the next show airing April 6th. And I will answer a personal question for you. But thank you to everyone who liked, shared, subscribed. This is chaos. Okay, with these promos, and that's why you were chosen on this list. If I don't get to you, you are being added to the next list of potential winners, and I'm going to be choosing randomly. I'll do the best I can. Next one up is Lauren.Whitmer. Lauren.Whitmer. Lauren, what am I getting for you? I have people coming at you and saying a lot of things. And not all these things are true. So some people are coming at you with some BS. Some people are coming at you and they're saying, I could offer you this and I could offer you that. And you need me for this. And I am sparkly and I'm a unicorn and I'm a magician. And it's like, are you though? There's this sense of like, lift up that mask and see what's actually under there. Oh, it's a clown and not of the good variety. It's someone who has to love bomb or convince you that they have a lot to bring into your life. This doesn't have to just be lovers. This is happening to you in general for the next I want to say 2 weeks to 2 months. And you're just taking a closer look and you're saying, seriously, though, like, I didn't ask for it. I don't need it. And so anyone approaching me, I'm definitely going to take my sweet time and I'm going to, peel off the layers of truth. And if there is a mask being worn, it will certainly be revealed, if I ask the right questions or I give them long enough to talk. Because when people talk, they will reveal their truths, especially clowns. So all you have to do is put the bait out and let them take it and run their mouths. So the idea that all these people are coming to you is all that glitters is not gold type of scenario where we could see some significant advancement going on for you, which I love, with work or hobbies or side hustle or side investment, business, anything, entrepreneurship, okay, anything. You will be seeing upgrades there potentially if you take these opportunities, but there are other people coming to you noticing that you're about to level up and saying, I want to ride those coattails. Okay. How can I do that? How can I get on board there and never co-captain? Okay. Just enjoy the ride. So just be mindful about who and what you're entertaining, especially in regards to more intimate partnerships. Let's move on to Kayleen Barté. I hope I'm saying that right. There are 2 E's at the end of Barté. So Kayleen Barté, what am I getting for you? You have a grandfather coming through who keeps stomping his foot. And I feel like it's almost something ethnic. It's almost something like in his roots or in his culture. But it's more like if I worked the railroad, it's more like if I were chopping blocks or whatever they did, breaking up stone, on the railroad, like just working heavy labor. I would sing this song. I would stomp my feet. I would have this tune that I replayed and I would sing it with, it's almost like the blues, I would be singing it with these other people. He wants you to be able in your generation to stop singing that hard song, to stop living that hard life, to stop breaking up those stones so that whoever is, laying running the tracks for the train, it's like he's working on the train. It's like a chain gang thing almost. It's like he wants you out of that because they take all the profits, right? They take all the profits. It disrupts the land. It doesn't lead to anywhere good. I disagree. I love the train, but it is what it is. It's this symbol. It's this symbol of a hard life. It's the symbol of singing the blues. It's the symbol, though, in all of that, for all that, of being connected with other people in the heart, in the soul. This is soulful, okay? And it's like you are realizing how similar, first of all, he realizes how similar you are to him, and he takes a lot of pride in you. Karmically, you carry on his work, okay? So you guys are very connected, more than you realize, but also, you have this great connection to other people. You know what people are thinking. You know what people are feeling. You're part of your community. You may be very liberal in your ideas in the revolution and believing that everyone deserves their rights. You may fight for that. I mean, even to a pretty hardcore extent, and no time like the present, but you have to embrace that aspect of what you're doing more, because you may be feeling a little down and out. You may be feeling burnt out. You may be feeling like your life is not providing, everything you do isn't really leading to an accumulation of wealth or time or freedom or the lifestyle you want. You're right back on the chain gang the next day. And so don't forget to sing those songs. Don't forget to connect with other people. Don't forget to be in community, and know how important it is that you're touching the heart of other people and you're connected energetically, telepathically, synchronistically that way. There's more going on here than what meets the eye, but also it's a time where he wants you to put down the mentality of hardship. So what does he mean by that? I think ultimately, you need to start thinking outside the box instead of giving up and saying, well, I guess life is going to be hard. Well, I guess this is what I have to do. Well, I've been investing, therefore here I am. If you can leave the chain gang, you need to. Okay. And it may also make you feel like maybe even guilt for leaving the past behind, for leaving others behind. Often when we elevate out of our main group of people, there's guilt, almost like survivor's guilt. It's achievement guilt. There's a word for it. I can't remember. Tell me in the comments. But it's time. Okay. And he is proud of you. So you may be leaving some stuff behind for sure to get free. And you always carry him in your heart, but it's over. Patience. Moving on to patience with 3 E's. Okay, again, it's patience with 3 E's. Patience, what do I have for you? I have you singing a song. Now, you may be getting into performing, you may be speaking, teaching, leading. You may also find yourself in positions of being an independent contractor or, influencing in some way. If you are employed, this would also count as like being put in the eye of the company, like the face of the company. So you're being seen, you're being heard. Now, I love this. Boop. I love this for you, but I do think it's also a period of time as you're sort of elevating into that position and you're looking at your old positions and saying, what doesn't work for me? What stops me from singing? What makes me a bird in a cage? What prevents me from speaking my truth and using my creativity and talking about what I feel passionate about, even, using that within your career to get paid. If you've been feeling very limited in that, and clearly you have the last 3 years in particular, the universe has been showing you this doesn't fit, this doesn't fit, there's a lack of fulfillment here. How could There's your answer. You now will be allowing you to again speak more freely. Okay. They'll be allowing you to perform on the level that you're meant to. And I think that you want to take the hand. I see almost like it's a tarot card. I'm not sure which one. You guys let me know in the comments. Is the Ace of Cups or something? But it's like the hand of God reaching down from the sky. And it's a card of prosperity, but you could take that hand. I think you need to do that. I also think that if you have more to say, whether it be in performance or it be writing, or it just be speaking and teaching and leading people through an almost counseling, type of outlet, you need to get started on that work as well, even if it isn't your mainstream job. Okay, so and this is just for everybody. When we think of a life contract, we tend to think of it as being something idealistic. Like, well, ideally, I could come to Earth and I could fulfill my life contract. But here in the real world, I need dental and I got to have medical and I live in the States. And so I'm going to work like a dog, for nothing. And peanuts. And it's like, well, you're deciding to live within that system. Okay. So be careful. You can get yourself out. And your life contract and you being more in alignment right now with your life contract, or having the opportunity to do so, is not this fictitious, this fantasy, that you should strive for only if it fits easily. Working and fulfilling what's within your life contract is often a lot of hard work, and in the beginning with very little pay. That doesn't mean you don't do it. Okay. So don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process. I'm going to move on to an Ace Nelson. Ace Nelson, what do I have coming in here for you? I have you being embraced by almost like a recognition, clapping hands. This could be an award. This could be a certificate. This could be a ceremony in your honor. This could be a promotion. This is coming from multiple different places. So it's that energy. It's coming from multiple places. Okay. And this is starting, I want to say even this week, but this could go on ballpark a month to 3 months. So when we see, this type of recognition on your name, you're being seen as the brand. Being seen as the brand means that you are no longer only seen for your tools and your skills and your education and your training and your job performance and your resume and like what you've done or who it's not even about that anymore. It's bigger than that. You're being seen as a brand, which means character and integrity now are the main sources of energy that bring you increased income and networking. And I guess you could call it fame and fortune. If you were thinking of doing anything on social media or out in the public eye, this would certainly be the time. All right. So big things going on with that, people. I think, that's a little bit of a theme, it feels like, running through all of these messages, for you guys. Maybe not quite as big as what Ace is going to get here, but definitely a sense of payout coming. Even for those of you who have more work to do, go after it, keep going. But Ace is sort of like, the pinnacle. It's like this is what a true payout looks like when you've done the work, you've done the work, you've done the work, and you've done the work, and you've broken down, you got up, you brushed yourself off. I did the work, and then the payout comes. Bam. Okay. That's what your life is looking like. So this is beautiful. Thank you, everyone who shared, commented, liked, subscribed. Again, there are so many of you here. I can't possibly get to you guys in this episode, but I will include you in the constant going lottery here for the next Unbound Sage show. And if you looked in the description or on the screen here, this is a YouTube only exclusive show coming up April 6th. You're going to subscribe and then drop in the comment section whatever your question is for my Ask Ivy show coming up that day. And do include names if you're referring to someone specific, living or deceased. Just the first name is good enough. And you could be a winner for that. Thanks so much, everybody.